Hi, this is Joelle Meyer. I will show you how to create this cute puppet in the shape of a duckling. For this project you will mainly need a paper bag and yellow and orange construction paper. You will find all the patterns that you need to make this puppet in the document available on the Animaplates website. Print or copy the patterns on cardstock paper. Then cut out the different parts of the duckling model that you want to make. Take the body of the duckling and put glue on the long end of the bag or on the middle of the body and glue it in place. The body has a slightly oval shape and the top is marked by a small black triangle. If the child puts it in another direction, the duckling will appear to have a body that is wider rather than high, and it will look very nice too. Put white glue on the bottom part of the bag and glue the head of the duckling on it. Then, place the small tuft of feathers on the top of the head. Glue the beak on the lower part of the face and then glue the eyes in place. Instead of gluing the paper eyes from the pattern, you can draw eyes or glue googly eyes or even buttons. Glue the webbed feet of the duckling on the bottom part of the body. Draw nostrils on the beak with the black marker. You can also draw two black lines on the body to represent the wings of the duckling. Another option would be to add wings. Glue the wings on either side of the body. I have glued mine pointing downwards, but nothing prevents you to glue them pointing up, as if the duckling was trying to fly. With this simple puppet you can illustrate stories for children and teach them new words and some elementary notions of science. It is possible to create a duckling with a little more details by slightly changing the shape of the face. Use the patterns of the second model for this. Start by gluing the body of the duckling on the long end of the paper bag, as for the previous puppet. Then take the lower jaw and glue it below the fold of the bag. Put glue on the bottom of the bag to glue the head, making sure to align the upper jaw with the lower jaw. If you wish, you can cut the brown parts of the bag that protrude from the bottom of the head. Now, glue the small tuft of feathers on the top of the head. Glue the beak on the lower part of the face so that it exactly matches the shape. Then glue another copy of the beak on the lower jaw, and if you want, you can even glue another one opposite to the lower jaw under the fold of the bag so that it coincides exactly with the beak at the top. Glue the tongue on the lower jaw. And now your duckling is ready to talk. Glue the eyes in place or draw them, or glue buttons or googly eyes. It's your choice. Glue the webbed feet in place on the lower body. You could glue the wings in place or make them movable using brass fasteners. To make movable wings, start by putting a dot as a reference point on the wings. Then, with a pair of sharp scissors, make a small hole in the wing and then make a small hole in the matching point on the body. Now take a brass fastener, pass the tips of the brass fastener through the hole in the wing and then through the hole in the body. Spread the tips of the brass fastener. And now your duckling has one movable wing. Proceed exactly the same way for the other wing. Like for the simple model, you could point the wings upward. With a black marker, draw nostrils on the beak. The puppet is complete, but if you want to add the backside of the duckling, here is a suggestion. Take the pattern of the back of the duckling and a pencil or a pen. Give a curve to the tail of the duckling by pulling the construction paper against the pen. Glue the back of the duckling in place so that it is flush with the front of the body. Then you can glue the back of the head in place. Although adding a rear end to the duckling can add a comic aspect, you may find it more difficult to manipulate. To print the illustrated instructions and patterns for this project, click on the link under the video.